What's up, everybody? It's Alex from Heavy New York, final day at NAMM 2019, and today we are here with Ryan of Devin Townsend Project and the new kick-ass project, Imonolith. Thank you for your time, man.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. So you just put out Hollow by Imonolith, and it sounded absolutely awesome. To people, is this like a clear indication on what the whole record is going to sound like, or is it going to be a little more diverse?
Definitely a little more diverse. That's one side of Imonolith, all right? That's the catchy side. You know, you're going to release a single, you're going to put it out on radio and stuff. That's just one side that we're going to put out a single. We got a much more crushing side, I guess you would say, and heavier stuff. Blast beats, 200 BPM kicks. Then we got stuff in between. You know what I mean? That's, catchy but still heavy. Got it all, man. But Hollow is just a serving of the more catchier side of what we do. Because we love music, man. We have a bunch of different influences, and they're all going to come out in this band. So it's not going to be like prog metal, it's not going to be metal or hard rock. It's going to be a little bit of everything put in there.
It looks like you could appeal to multiple audiences then with this project. People who like death metal could appreciate it, and people who like, I don't know, 3 Days Grace could appreciate it.
Yeah, I think the main goal for us with this band was we had to do what we love. I think you're going to put out your best music if you do what you love what you do every single day. And that's the approach that we have with this band. It's like, let's put out some tunes that we love, and I hope that everyone out there loves it just as much as we do, man.
Yeah. Now, being that Imonolith features you, who played with Devin Townsend, John from Threat Signal, and members of Strapping Young Lad, I mean, it doesn't get more Canadian of a metal band than that.
Yeah.
But do you guys kind of want to like combine everything that you've done in your previous projects into one, or do you guys want to keep this separate, like do something you never really did before?
Yeah, this is all about being fresh, being new, and we definitely don't want to come off sounding like Devin Townsend Project, Strapping Young Lad, or any of those things. It's like we want to be our own thing, because you know what, Strapping Young Lad and Devin, they do a phenomenal job at what they do. No one else needs to do that, especially us. And I think it's important for us actually to step away from that and be different from that. Be ourselves, because we naturally do not write like that. So that's Devin's thing, right? So, yeah. That's how it is. That's how it came to be, and that's how we sound. It's definitely different sounding, and I still think those fans can appreciate what we do. But there's going to be a ton of other people that will come on board as well. Yeah.
It's funny because being that you have members in other projects, John is in like 27 other bands and stuff like that. But it is all like in your other projects. This had to maybe help Imonolith, right? You're more experienced with the songwriting process. It's like you kind of went into this with like your guns loaded.
Yeah, to be honest, Beav and I, Brian Waddell, the bass player in Devin Townsend Project, plays guitar in Imonolith. We started writing material back in 2015. Yeah, in between tours with Devin. We just realized that we wrote well together. We're like, hey, let's just start writing. You never know when Dev's going to pull the plug. We were even thinking that back then. And then, for 3 years, we wrote music. In January of 2018, Devin pulls the plug on, Devin Townsend Project. And right away, we were like, let's do this. We had 16, 17 songs. So the basis of Imonolith on this first record is based around what Brian and I had already written, and we showed Byron first. He loved it. He's like, I'm in. Then we showed John, then we showed Kai, and that was it. That's the band, And they put in their flavors here and there, but for this first record, a lot of that was based off the sound that Brian and I created. But with that being said, it's a team effort, man. Everyone puts in their say, hey, what about this idea going over top of that riff? Everyone's putting in, and it's a band, you know what I mean? It feels good. So, but that's how this first album was written, pretty much. So, second record, you're gonna see much more of everyone kind of coming in on the songwriting end of things.
Awesome. Now, for you, how different, like, because being a drummer, regardless if you're playing smooth jazz or you're playing grindcore, in the end, it's really all about keeping the song together with rhythm and beat. So for you, are you in a completely different mind frame with this project as opposed with Devin Townsend, or is it in the end just kind of like the same purpose? You kind of like go into it with a similar approach?
Well, Devin Townsend Project it's prog. It's prog metal, There's a lot of flashiness. You can do a lot of crazy stuff. The cool thing about Devin, though, is he can do very simplistic music, too, right? With the Monolith, it's the same approach, but I think the main thing that you got to take out of this is play for the song. We write for the song. So a song like Hollow, if you listen to the drumming, nothing difficult about it at all, in my opinion. You know, it's like pretty straight
Coming
up.
from this guy.
It's pretty straight up, but you know what? The parts that I wrote for that completely suit the music. And you know, when you get the producer involved as well, there were even a couple other parts where he's like, hey man, can you actually make that a little more complicated sounding? And can you dumb that down a little bit, you know? So you go through this process, but the thing that we're always aware of is how can we make this song awesome? It's about the song, it's not about any individual instruments or anything. It's making a great song, and that's always our approach, and that's how we did this whole album.
And the final question I'd like to ask you, because last night when we met in person after texting, yeah, that was a crazy night last night. Right?
It was good times, good times.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
when you're with the Meshuggah boys, you're gonna get into some drinking, you know.
that's an understatement.
Yeah, right? But it was fun.
Yeah,
we were responsible.
More or less.
Yeah.
But we said we got to do a quick nerd out on gear. So,
yeah.
As a drummer, what is in your arsenal?
Well, we're standing at the Sonar booth. My favorite drums on the entire planet have been Sonar forever. I endorsed Pearl for 12 years, and they're an awesome company, nothing bad to say, but I just simply couldn't afford Sonar when I was a kid. So when the time came, I switched to Sonar, and I love this company. I'll be with them for life. They're amazing. But other than Sonar, Evans drum heads, played them my whole life. Sabian, same thing. Played Sabian cymbals my whole life. Regal tip drumsticks. Been playing them forever since I was a
Nylon
kid.
or wood?
Wood tip.
Okay.
Wood tip, 2Bs. And man, what else? I use Audio Technica mics. I'm endorsed with them for mics. I use Trick pedals, Trick drums. They make pedals. They have direct drive pedals that I really like, so I'm using their pedals. And yeah, I got Zoom, hard case. There's all these, hey, drums, it's a lot of stuff, guys. So, you know, it's like you get all these endorsements and they help out greatly when you're on the road, right? So lots of great companies. So Drum Dial's another one. My drum tech loves that, you know. And yeah, I love the gear that I play. And one thing that's important, I think, to say is all the gear I endorse, I will only endorse something because I truly love it. I've never jumped an endorsement with the exception of Pearl to Sonar, okay? And the only reason why is it was always my dream to play Sonar, you know? Nothing against Pearl, but I think if you're gonna endorse something, don't do it because they're gonna give you something, you know, at cost or free or whatever it's gonna be. You do it because you love the gear you're playing. That's some advice for you up-and-comers out there who are getting into the industry, looking for endorsements. Endorse stuff you love. It's going to go a lot further. You're going to have a better relationship with the company you're dealing with, and yeah, you'll enjoy it more, man.
Being like, do you like use Sonar drums because like I'd imagine you're going crazy on drumming. It's a constant workout. Like, do you need to like have drums that are like comfortable to play, or especially within the seats, or is it just something that you've always wanted to play because it sounded good, or like, is maybe your kit kind of like adjusted to the style of music that you play?
With Sonar, it was always about the sound, man. It's always about how good those drums sounded. And any style of music. Think about it. There's Gavin Harrison in Porcupine Tree, okay? Plays Sonar. His kit sounds unbelievable. Thomas Hack from Meshuggah. Drum kit sounds amazing, plays Sonar. Then there's me. I'm doing metal, kind of hard rock stuff. Just, it doesn't matter what style of music it is, Sonar drums sound incredible. And if I do a pop session or if I do anything else, I can always rely on these drums because they're that versatile. You know what I mean? I can go in and I can get any sound with any producer because the drums are that good.
So before we go, I want to thank you so much for your time. You have 3 dates announced with Imonolith right now. Can we be expecting to see a lot more Imonolith on the road?
100%, man. Our goal is to take this everywhere, tour the world with it. We want to hit all of North America. We're going to hit Europe, Australia, Japan. Anywhere we went with DTP, we want to go with Imonolith, right?
Antarctica?
Well, that'd be a first, but why the hell not, right?
Yeah.
I would, yeah. But yeah, that's the plan. The album's coming out in the summer of 2019. Hollow's out now. You can get it everywhere. You can hear it everywhere. It's on a few playlists on Apple and Spotify. And it's going awesome. Thanks so much to all the people out there who support what we're doing. We're a brand new band, I get it, but you know what? We are giving it our all to make this our full-time thing. It's a full-time thing for us. We're dead serious about it. So the only way we can do that is touring absolutely everywhere. And, you know, that's the plan. But we can't do it without the support of the people who are supporting us now and the new people who will come on board. So to all you guys, thank you very much. Really appreciate the support.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Ryan. Everybody, Ryan of Imonolith, full album coming out in 2019 in the summer. Be sure to check out their new single, Hollow. We'll see you next time on Heavy New York, everybody.